Hi Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters. Welcome to your January 2021 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, a happy damn birthday to you if you are celebrating this month. A happy damn new year to you, and I truly hope that 2021 is an amazing year for you, and then it makes you laugh, skip, joy, and all of the rest of those other good things. So with that said, if you're celebrating this month, remember to fill the day of your solar return with a little bit of everything that you want this entire year to house. If you haven't seen your 2021 Taroscope, hit the link in the description box below. If you haven't seen your Life Path 2021 Taroscope, hit the link in the description box below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our path to our highest vibrational good. So let's see what 2021 is going to bring us for our actions and interactions with the world at large. We have the Four of Pentacles. So you're feeling grounded, right? This is going to be a month where basically you are going to have the opportunity to showcase all of this new energy, all of this newfound power that you now have, all of your phenomenal cosmic power, right? This is going to be a chance for you to showcase that. Also, I'm going to say this right now, whatever crises show up over the course of this month, yours is going to be the voice of reason. I mean, it usually is. But yeah, the feeling that I get from this is whatever shows up over the course of this month, in those moments of crises, it does feel to me like you're going to be the one that's like, right, okay, I will stand firm while everybody else does what they need to. I will be the central focus so that when people need to freak out or fall apart, they can do so, but not hit rock bottom. Now, the other part of this your Four of Pentacles is going to see you very focused on your money, your finances. It's going to see you being very regimented with yourself over the course of this year, which, yeah, I'm not even going to go into that whole foray of thought there. For our money and materials, we have the Devil card. So this coupled with the Four of Pentacles, it's really important, you know, be rigid and be regimented with yourself if you've got stuff that you want to do and to goals to reach and stuff, but don't take it too far, because it looks like you could end up being really hard on yourself this month, especially when it comes to money, materials and finances. This is going to see you getting really clear on what you're doing with your money, and you might end up being, you know, really, and if there is an overindulgence, I will say this to you, if you're making a big purchase, this is not the month for it. It really isn't. Just not just with the world economy and stuff, but also with the astrological climate, the energy just isn't there for it. All right, so no big purchase this month. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be a very interesting month for you, and the reason I say that is because it feels to me like you're going through the process of streamlining your your diet, your exercise, but a lot of you actually feel like this comes down to your sleeping pattern as well. So really, really interesting. And because it's obviously this card is Capricorn ruled, this would say your bones, your skeleton, and especially like your knees as well. You want to look out for those. When it comes to the home and environment, because you've got the Four of Pentacles there as well, this could be a month where maybe you clash with a neighbour, you know, for any number of reasons. So just be aware that that energy is sort of floating about, and then that way it won't sort of hit you so hard. For your communications and conversations, you have the Ten of Swords. All right, so when it comes to communications, this is going to be a month where you're probably too busy to do the whole social thing. And I will say this to you, with these cards, it looks like January, consider January and maybe even a bit of February, as kind of really belonging to 2020, right? It's not until we get to March in the spring where things are really going to open up for us. And that's not a bad thing. It means that you've got time to tie up all your loose ends and do whatever it is that you need to do. Now, with your, for those of you that work for somebody else or you're employed, The Ten of Swords suggests that either maybe some employment is coming to an end. It could be in regard to some intense conversation that comes up. Maybe there's something that happens that you don't like and you think, hang on a sec, you know what? I'm out. For those of you that are self-employed or work for yourselves, that Ten of Swords coupled with the Devil card, if you're considering buying a piece of equipment that is based on your job, please hold off until next month. All right. And the reason I say that is because if, let's say, the job that you're supposed to have or to be working, or the contract requires something for that, unless you have it in absolute writing and you know it's definitely going ahead, don't spend that money, because the chances are you could end up spending it and not recouping it when it doesn't go ahead. Just be cautious. For those of you that are retired or don't work, that Ten of Swords, this is a time to start looking at your physical body. And these two coupled, actually, now that I see that with the Four of Pentacles, this would be a good time to go and see an osteopath or a chiropractor, somebody that works in those kinds of fields. The reason I say that, I just get this feeling that our bodies over the course of January are going to require a lot of attention. And as long as you give it that right attention, you know, as a preemptive or precautionary measure, you won't run into any issues later on. But yeah, those of you that are retired and stuff, I think in a lot of ways you're going to start to get clear on how to use your time. And it may very well be that actually, you know what, I don't want to volunteer at the moment. I don't want to do anything in an assisting capacity. I actually just want to work on my health. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. If you don't have good health, how can you help anybody else? For your heart and half, all right, so I've got good news for you. The relationship sector, if you're married, partnered, this is great. Now your Two of Cups does fall next to the Ten of Swords, which means this could be the end of an argument, or it could be the final blowout between you and a partner that kind of seals the deal. And then you say, right, okay, I feel like, you know, now we've got it all out in the open. We've got it all out in the clear. Now the dust is settling. We can decide, are we in it? Probably. Or are we not? You know, and obviously I can't tell you which it is, because it's going to rely on which part of the situation that you're in for you guys, right? But with the Two of Cups, it's a great card for relationships, and it suggests that there is the possibility there to fix a relationship if you have one. I'm going to be honest, with these cards, it's going to be work, but it's definitely the potential to do so is there. All right, okay, too many. For our weeks of the month, we have the Hierophant card right underneath the Four of Pentacles. If you're thinking about borrowing money, this first week of the month is probably, I would say this is probably the best time that you have, because if you do it any time after this, Mercury will already have moved into shadow by the second week of January. So it's kind of like the money that you need, it's there. You have access to it if you want it. If you were asking me and you could absolutely wait, I would say wait until March. Don't borrow any money in January or February if you can absolutely help it. For your second week of the month, all right, look at this. We've got the Sun card. So this is great. Why? Because the Sun card lightens all of the heavy cards that it comes into contact with, and it enhances the blessings. So this is actually really good, and it suggests to me that even, you know, that not only is the money that you need there, but it also suggests to me that you might have a moment where you think to yourself, okay, there's too much, I'm scattered, I'm not able to do this. But then whatever intention you set about being disciplined, about being focused, about being regimented, that will come good, right? So as long as it really reminds me of there's a film, I don't know if anybody's seen it, called Center Stage. And there's a moment where one of the teachers says to one of the dancers who's a bit gobby, that was me, and she says, you know, there's a whole horde of people that will come through the school and they'll blame everybody else for why they didn't get to where they should have been. But the truth of the matter is you're always going to find it here. And she was pointing at the studio. And this is it, right? Every time something is out of your control this month, come back to this understanding, right? Okay, I can control this, I can discipline myself, I can be focused myself, I can't do anything else. I'll do the best that I can do, and everyone else can do whatever they want to do. All right, for your third week of the month, you have the Moon card. Yeah, just this would be a month, my dear Aquarius, very similar message to Capricorn actually. This would be a month where you really need to be cautious of what you're saying and how you say it, the words that you use. There could be a lot of confusion around over the course of this month. Now, what I will say to you as well is look at this. You got the sun and the moon together. Now in astrology that represents a new moon, right? And in a new moon what happens? Something new is being birthed. Pay attention to these 2 weeks in the month, because there's going to be a lot, I think, happening on the wider world stage. I think we're going to see something kicking off in some regard, but I also feel there's going to be opportunities presented to Aquarius people out of whatever chaos that comes up. You just need to be ready, bold and brave enough and focused and disciplined enough to jump on the crest of the wave, let's say. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Devil card. So the Devil card rules the month for us, right? If you have vices or addictions, just be cautious, because this month they could really get the better of you, and that would be a shame, right? Especially for all the progress that we are about to make or have made. Now, when it comes to your relationship, for those of you that are partnered or in relationships, no matter what happens, if you step out, these cards, even with the Sun card there, I assure you, you will get caught. All right. And I don't say that as like I'm frowning or judging or anything like that. My job is to read for you, to forewarn you and to forearm you. If you cheat this month, you will be found out. Just with these cards, right? Don't do it, because I promise you, you'll regret it. And the reason you'll regret it is because you will get caught. The energy is just there for it. Now, for those of you that are single, it's the opposite sort of energy. You just want to make sure that whoever you're, connecting with is actually single. Ask the question. Just make your choice, but always be informed, right? And then for our key to the month, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Focus on your work, focus on your money, keep your head down, work hard, be focused, be disciplined, brush up your skills, be focused on yourself, and let everything else fall into place. It's probably the best advice I can give you for this month, Aquarius. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month as best as we possibly can. Let me know how it shapes up in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you soon.